Hi, I'm Liz Beglars from Theater 104, and I'm here to talk about relationships today. And I feel like today I had work, and two of my close friends are both going through things with their significant others, and they both want to end things. And I was kind of talking to them about it because they felt like they had nothing, and they were both like, okay, I have to find a new person to latch onto. And I was trying to explain to them why they shouldn't. And through my experiences with my relationships and with watching others and watching friends get hurt and watching even my grandmother's happen to her, you watch a lot of different scenarios play out and you kind of notice pattern. And the one pattern I always noticed is my friends who are like depressed or upset with themselves and they throw themselves into a relationship. Okay, it's a great high, like, you're happy, you have someone to love, it's fabulous, the best thing in the world. You have someone who you're in love with. That's great. But the thing is, a lot of my friends don't have an established self, and that was my thing. A lot of my friends took their self worth from their relationship, and that's not healthy, especially because a lot of my friends ended up leaving these relationships. This has even happened to me before. You put all your time and your energy and your effort into one person, and when it ends, and inevitably most people will part in life. I'm not trying to sound like a pessimistic brat, but I mean, either the relationship will end because of choice, breakup, whatever, or else, like it's even in my grandmother's case, my grandpa's dying, so I mean, she's obviously gonna lose him, and she's got like no girlfriends, and it really upsets me because I just feel like it's beautiful that they've been married for 56 years, but they didn't really have anything solid outside of their marriage, especially for the past few years. They had tons of friends when they were younger, but even as my grandmother says, a lot of her friends have already passed away. So she kind of feels very lonely in that regard. And I'm always there for her, but I do wish she had more people to relate to on her level. And so I was saying to my friends, a lot of people I know do get their self worth, and I was even talking to my boss about this today, and she was telling me about how she's been in a number of different long term relationships, and all she does is put her time and energy into her job, into going to school, and into her boyfriend at the time, or fiance at one point. And she told me, like, after the relationship was over, she felt like she had nothing because all she had was her work and her school because she didn't give any other time to her friends or to any part of her personal life. She didn't take an hour a week just to do something for herself. It was either for him or for work or school. And we were chatting about it, and it definitely is true. I really did agree with her, and I was happy that she was able to relate to it on because she's a lot older than me, and she has a lot more life experiences and has had a lot more go on in her life than I have. Obviously, I'm young, just entering the real world, so I'm gonna make lots more mistakes. I'm gonna have a lot more learning experiences. Sorry, it's late, and and I feel like it's definitely something I've been involved in before. I mean, I know last you know last year I was involved in a relationship, and I did throw a lot of myself into it, and when I got out of it, I was very hurt in the end because I just felt like, I had nothing. Like, I had put most of my time and effort into this one person, and he just at the end kind of, it seemed like nothing. It didn't even matter to him, and it just devastated me because I just felt like I had lost everything I was at the time. But then I realized eventually, like, of course, all right, it's not that bad. I'll get over it. Life goes on. People come in and out of your life for a reason. But at the time, it was definitely really hard. So, of course, it is hard to like hear this from a friend saying like, "Oh, you shouldn't get involved in a relationship, especially when you're down on yourself." So, my only advice is for anybody that when you want to be involved in a relationship, you need to have an established self love and awareness. You need to know who you are. You need to not have absolutely no idea who you are and just get involved in a relationship because then that relationship will shape who you are. And when the relationship is over, you will not have your own identity. You need to have your own identity in order to devote yourself to allowing someone else to come into your life, I believe. This isn't true for everybody, but definitely for the people I love and the people I've seen get hurt in relationships, this is definitely a big issue in the end. So, my only thing is your self-worth and your identity should be you, and then you should be in a relationship. I know I'm at a point in my life where I'm not sure what my identity is. I don't know who I am. I'm not really loving myself lately. So you know what? It's not a great time for me to get into a relationship. It just wouldn't be healthy. I would throw too much of myself into it. I would use that as the basis of my happiness, and when I lose that, or when something happens, something stupid in the relationship, it ruins my whole day, my mood, my month, my year, and I don't really want that, and because I've done stuff like that before and I've definitely learned from it. So that's my little tidbit on relationships today. Thanks.